Tim Weiner has written Legacy of Ashes, the history of the CIA. In his view, the agency has spiraled downward from a not good beginning more than half a century ago. Good intelligence, reliable intelligence, is essential to any nation with global aspirations or an interest in its own security.
Want to hear my brilliant solution for this?
Yeah, it's a good one.
We need a national intelligence university in this country that is as strong as the United States Military Academy at West Point, the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis. We need to train up a new generation of Americans who can speak those difficult languages that bring down your grade point average. It takes about 5 years to train up in Arabic. We need to get them at age 18. When their minds are still malleable enough.
I'd go to a place like that. Imagine what you could learn about the world. Now, I might not come out wanting to be a spy.
No, you might be a diplomat, you might be a military officer, who knows?
There's another piece of this.
And oh, by the way, it would only cost $2 billion a year, which is what we spend on the military every day, as you point out.
And it's one of the intrinsic conflicts in running a secret agency. Ventilation is very important to organizations.
Mm-hmm.
People sit around and they pass the Kool-Aid around, and they reinforce one another, and they say, "Oh, what a wonderful organization we are," and they and particularly in this case where you've got this barrier between you and the rest of the world, a psychological barrier, but a real barrier.
A real barrier.
The problem, of course, is that very early on becomes essentially incestuous. It does not have the flow through of ideas I found myself thinking, imagination is very important. Magical thinking is very dangerous. And these people, time after time, lapsed into magical thinking. That all I had to do was, go out there and send some people out, drop people behind, into China, and Mao would fall. The somehow a means, and the university may be a very good way to do that, but a means of getting that kind of ventilation through there, so these people don't sit around and talk to each other.
Well,
don't get locked into positions.
How do you do that and stay secret?
Exactly.
All right.
I'm sure you have the answer to that.
I'm not sure I do.
Well,
how do you run an organization that is about information? Okay? Intelligence is just $1 billion word for information, really.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that and keep everybody in their security compartments, isolated from one another, not sharing, not playing well in the sandbox? There is no sandbox. There is a way to do this. It depends heavily on information technology that allows people to share without revealing. Okay? The CIA's information technology is dreadful, in part because it is so compartmentalized, in part because it is a government bureaucracy run on organizational lines devised in the 1950s, and in part because it's very difficult to be secure and efficient at the same time, as we are reminded almost every time we go to an airport. These are big problems. The next president of the United States has to address them.